Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the chilly Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be what the narcissist looks for in people. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So the narcissist is always on the prowl, looking for opportunities in people. And when they met you, you were no different. They looked at what you could provide for them, what you could do for them, how you could elevate their life, the accomplishments that you would have to experience with them, but they would take credit for them. All the things that encompass the narcissistic relationship, it revolves around one person, and it is the narcissist. The narcissist does not just seek to take from anybody. They look to take from high-value people, usually, or people that are subservient to them, or people that are tethered to them, like their own children, or extended family members, or friends, romantic relationships. The narcissist is a taker, and they want to take, and when they're done, what do they want to do? That's right, they want to take more. But what the narcissist looks for in people is they look to see what that person, which was you, can provide for them. Are you the person that could raise a family with them? Are you the person that could pay their bills? Are you the person that they could manipulate easily? Are you the person that they could triangulate easily? Are you the person that was a people pleaser, a yes person? Were you the person that had no boundaries? Here's a huge one. Were you a person that thought that most people on the planet thought the way you did? In other words, you believe that most people, they had your best interest at heart. That is not the case. We're now understanding that each and every day. We are applying the wisdom on the channel and in the community. And one of at the forefront of understanding what narcissism is just that, what I shared with you. Most people don't think the way you think, and most people want to believe in their own sense of a reality. They don't care about you or what your hopes, dreams, or aspirations are. They're looking to use you, this is the narcissist, and to manipulate you and take advantage of you because you were a person who perhaps did not have the wisdom on the narcissistic abusive cycle, and you thought that people were similar to you. They weren't, they're not, and many people don't have your best interest at heart. Think about what a flying monkey is. A flying monkey is a person who surrounds themselves around the narcissist, and they do work and or bidding for the narcissist. They never had your best interest at heart. And how many flying monkeys did you identify that the narcissist had surrounding them once the relationship ended? It wasn't just one toxic person, meaning the narcissist, that you exited the relationship from. You exited a whole bunch of people that did not serve you. They did not have your best interest at heart. And what the narcissist looks for in people, it's people that don't know their value, that don't know their worth, that don't know that they rise and they elevate so much higher than the narcissist and many other people on the planet. Because these people, like you are one, you're abundant, you're a beautiful, bright, shining light. You have energy, you have dreams, hopes, aspirations. You want the betterment for humankind. You want to build people up. You don't want to tear people down. You don't manipulate people. You don't play games. You don't ruin relationships. You don't blow up families. You don't break hearts on purpose. You don't fake fall in love. You don't use fake empathy. You are a genuine, beautiful, bright, shining light. And the narcissist saw this in you. So think about when you first met the narcissist. Were you in a vulnerable position? You probably were. Maybe you just had a death in the family. Maybe you just exited a divorce or a relationship. Maybe you just started a new job. Maybe you just joined a new organization or community. Maybe you relocated into a new town, city, state, or country. Maybe you were taking a class or part of a religious organization and you went there to look for fulfillment or to look for improvement. And the communal narcissist sank their dirty fangs into you, or perhaps it was a professor or a teacher, who knows? But the narcissist is everywhere. You need to understand something. They come at you in different shapes and forms, male, female, different languages. They're all over the globe. And it's not until you get the wisdom and you apply the tools and you put up boundaries and you really get the fact that the narcissist is looking for what they can take from you. They're not looking at you as a beautiful, abundant person. They're looking at you as someone who does not know your value. They were looking at you as someone who did not know what narcissism was. They were looking at you as being kind to a fault, perhaps putting other people in front of yourself. That's what the narcissist wants. The narcissist wants not only an unpaid helper and a walking apology, but they want somebody who will basically be their pawn, their puppet, who will do things for them. And it's not just you, or it wasn't just you. The narcissist has multiple people doing their bidding for them each and every day. And then what happened? I'll tell you, I'll fast forward here. Throughout the relationship, your resources were becoming depleted. We know that now. Your health, your status, your money, your time, your energy, your social circle, everything that made you you was becoming depleted because you were working for the narcissist. You became an extension of the narcissist. And then again, when the relationship ended, what happened? You had to put yourself back together. You had to heal. You had to slow your life down and process things, which include childhood wounds. And they included understanding what narcissism is. You see, just like these millions of pine needles behind me in the Carolina ground, you had to find that one needle in a haystack. And that one needle in a haystack, maybe you typed into the browser, spouse won't talk to me, or maybe a friend sent you a video months or years ago that you never paid attention to, and then lo and behold, you get discarded by the narcissist, and you're like, what was that video from years ago? They were trying to give me a heads up. They were trying to warn me. And then you contact that friend, and they're like, oh, here it is. Here's the video. How are you doing? You're like, not so good. I just got thrown away like a sheet of paper, crumbled up on the freeway. In other words, I was discarded. Now, I'm not making light of this. It happened to me. It happens to people each and every day. It's happening to somebody right now on the planet right now. Somebody literally is getting discarded as I'm creating this video and as you are consuming it. It's not a pleasant experience. It's not a good experience to be caught up in the trauma bond, a place that you did not even know existed. It's not good to be giving to a fault and trying to build a life with somebody when all they're trying to do is tear it down and not have that come to fruition. And the whole time they're pressing the gas pedal of abuse on you. They're giving you the silent treatment. They were stonewalling you. They were gaslighting you. You were experiencing rage fits. You were being blamed for things you did or didn't do. You were waiting for the narcissist each and every day. When that front door would open, who would be there, Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde? Would you be met with a pleasant face? In other words, a semi-smile, or would you be met with that smirk, which means, yep, now I'm about to abuse you more behind the closed doors that no one can see. You never knew what you were going to get in that narcissistic relationship. It was topsy-turvy. It was a roller coaster of emotions. What was up was down. What was left was right. What was in was out. You could not wrap your head around it. And all of these things I'm sharing with you, when you found that needle in a haystack, that's when you really began to understand, wait a minute, people don't have my best interest at heart. Not everybody, but the narcissist certainly didn't. They didn't then, they don't now, and they never will. The narcissist cares about one person. It is themselves exclusively. Yes, they can act like they're the mom of the year or the dad of the year or the parent of the year, or they're the best sibling or brother or sister, or they donate all their time and money to a good cause, and they do everything great on the exterior. Sure, they do that. Many times people do that because they're looking for adoration. They're looking to post their accomplishments on social media. They're looking for accolades. They're looking for attaboys. They're looking for a pat on the back. They want recognition for the fake good deeds that they do. Now, let's just focus on that for a minute. Does the narcissist at times donate time and money and energy? Of course they do, but they do it for the wrong reasons. They don't do it out of the kindness of their heart, because they do it to get the accolades. They do it to get recognition. They do it to get praise. Think about what I'm sharing with you. That's what the narcissist does. They care about themselves, and they care about getting supply from unsuspecting sources or people. It's so common, it's so evident, and it's so prevalent. Think about this. Think about one of your friends that maybe right now you're on the fence, you're on the bubble, you're trying to identify, are they a toxic person or not? Okay, well, just think about what they post on social media. Is it pictures of them in places that they may or may not have ever gone to? Are these pictures almost too good to be true? Are they using multiple filters? Are they trying to fill their fake life up with likes and people giving them a thumbs up? If that's the case, well, I mean, it doesn't mean that they did or didn't go to those places or do what they said, but they're doing it just to get people to give them adoration or praise, or to make other people envious or jealous. This is what the narcissist does. They're not doing it because they want to share their beautiful pictures with people. They're doing it to say, look at this. This is what I did. You can't do it. Or look, this is what I did, and don't you wish you were here? That's why the narcissist is a shallow and hollow and empty and anxiety-riddled person. There's no substance to these people. There's no core. What they have inside of them is a huge, massive void that needs to be filled. And it needs to be filled with people that give them supply, people that do things for them. And that's what the narcissist looks for in people. They look for people that have very high value. They're high quality people like you are, but you didn't know your worth. You didn't know that narcissism was prevalent. You didn't know that there was a place called the trauma bond. You didn't know that you would be living or existing in a place called the devaluation stage, or the narcissistic fog, where you were being peppered with abuse each and every day, day in and day out. You didn't realize that. You didn't realize that once you put the ring on the narcissist's finger, or once you moved in with them, or relocated, or loaned them money, or went into business with them, or had kids with them, the minute one of those things happened, or all of them, that's when your life shifted forever. That's when the power shifted from it being 50-50 up maybe to about 99-1, and you were getting 1% of the control in the relationship, if that. The narcissist hit the gas pedal and they laid on it hard. They pressed you about as far as you could be pressed. They tested you each and every day when you were in that relationship. They looked for your replacement once the wedding bells had rung. They had multiple sources of supply. When you met them, after you married them, and even right now, they have multiple sources of supply. Anybody that marries the narcissist, they, for a period of time, believe that they met their soulmate. They believe they met the love of their life, the yin to their yang, the person that completes them. They met the best person on the planet. Truth is, that's what the narcissist sold you. They sold you a bill of goods because they were looking what they could take from you. They're looking for what they could take from you. They sold you right down the river. Again, this happens each and every day. Right now, as I'm creating this video, somebody is being asked to marry another person. Another thing is someone's trying to divorce the narcissist, and they're figuring out that that's not an easy task either. But the narcissist wears the mask. They manipulate people. They take advantage of unsuspecting people who don't know their value and their worth. And they look for people that don't have anything other than belief in humankind to take from. In other words, these people are people pleasers, or they do believe that most people on the planet have their best interest at heart. We now understand that there are takers and there are givers on this planet. The narcissist is certainly at the top of the list of being a taker, and the empath is certainly a giver. But now that you've healed, or you are healing, and you're well on your way to that pinnacle of indifference, the mountaintop of indifference, when you no longer care about the narcissist, those people associated with them in that past life of yours, that's when you understand, wow, I've become the educated empath. I am awakened, I am aware, I'm educated and empowered, and I now have boundaries in place. And if anybody's going to try to enter a relationship with me, romantically or friendship, I am going to have to actually test these people, meaning they're going to have to jump through hoops to get to me. Are their actions going to match their words? Or are they going to be like the narcissist and just say A, B, and C and do X, Y, and Z? When these people want to meet me for lunch at 2 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon, are they going to be there or be on time? Or are they going to be there at 2:30 and claim that, oh, they forgot, or they were too busy, or their phone battery died, or they got a flat tire? Adios. If that's how it's going to be, no. We've already been through the ringer with the narcissistic abusive cycle. There's no more time for that. Time is the most valuable commodity we have left on this planet. It's not gold. It's not silver. It's time. And you've spent so much time trapped in that narcissistic fog, you now know that your time is precious, it's valuable, and nobody, and I mean nobody, will waste your time any longer or any more ever again. So what the narcissist looks for in people, they look for opportunities. They look how these people can elevate the narcissist lifestyle. They look how these people can pay the narcissist way through life. They look what they can take from this person. And the whole time, again, if you entered a friendship or romantic relationship, if you had kids with the narcissist, if it's your mom or dad or aunt or uncle, you know now that these people, the narcissists, they don't change. They get worse over time because they always press the gas pedal down too much. They never lay off the gas. They know one speed and it's full speed. They know one switch and it's on, it's not off. All they do is go through life from person to person, relationship to relationship, blowing up people's lives, leaving a wake of destruction in their path. That's what they do. That's their nature. That's what they enjoy. The narcissist needs supply, whether it's positive or negative. Now, I'm of the camp that they like negative supply better than positive. I mentioned that in yesterday's video. The point being here is supply is supply. And what is supply? It's what you provide for the narcissist. It's your emotions, your reactions. It's your money. It's your time. It's what you do for them. It's you being the chauffeur or the pool boy or the errand boy or the person who pays the bills or the person who plans the vacations. It's raising the kids. It's all the abuse you tolerate throughout the relationship. Think about what I'm mentioning to you. How many times would you go out to a restaurant with the narcissist and they would be batting their eyelashes or looking or smirking at the waitstaff? In other words, they would be triangulating you. They wouldn't be paying attention to you. You were there to give them a ride to the restaurant. You were there to be the arm candy. You were there to pay the bill. You were also there to do what? to be the subject triangulated, to be the person tolerating the poor abuse right in the middle of the restaurant when everyone else was having a great time. You weren't. You were scratching your head, looking around at other couples, saying to yourself, how are these people all having such a great time? Nobody's on their cell phone. Nobody's raising their voice. No one's complaining. No one's giving a smirk. No one is sighing because they have to sit across from their spouse. What's going on here? Well, what's going on is you were being tested right there. And I can assure you, if that was you, drop comments below. But on top of that, the narcissist most likely already had your supply, your replacement lined up. And they went to that dinner with you as a formality to keep the relationship going a little bit longer so they could take more and more from you. Before you know it, your resources took a huge hit. Your health, your energy, your bank account, your status, everything that you possessed before you met the narcissist takes a massive hit. And then one day the narcissist will tell you, well, not in love with you any longer. I think it's time we move on. I never cared about you. Or they'll do whatever they wanted to do. Maybe you came home and your house was emptied. Maybe you came home and you found the narcissist there with another individual. Maybe they're a little bit too close in the backyard and you're like, what's going on here? What's going on there is they're letting you know in no uncertain terms that you are not the #1 priority. You are now scratching your head saying, but we've been married for 5 years. What is this? I don't get it. What they're doing is they're letting you know that they're going to do whatever they want. And you're going to have to tolerate it, or you're going to have to look for the divorce court, and that's what they want. Many times what the narcissist wants to do is they want to have a reverse discard. They don't want to just end it themselves with you. Many times that's what they do want to do. But what they want to do sometimes is reverse discard. In other words, have you end the relationship. And that way they can blame everything on you, and they are the victim. And what you did is you took action and wanted to divorce the narcissist because of the abuse, but they'll play the victim card. And so that's how they can leapfrog to the next unsuspecting source of supply. The reverse discard is equally as damaging as the discard because they have you thinking that you need to end it, but they want you to end it so they can leapfrog to the next relationship. I should do a video on that specifically. But the point is, 1 minute in these narcissistic relationships when you've identified that you're with a narcissist is 1 minute too long. That's why if you have the ability, you have to go no contact, block them, delete them, remove all flying monkeys and people associated with them. If you can't do that, utilize Gray Rock. Get off of their radar and become small, become dull and boring, and do not share, do not overshare, do not let them know anything about your whereabouts, who you're romantically involved with, who your friends are, what your hair color is, or what you're doing. You want the narcissist to slither away in the middle of the night and go on to, unfortunately, the new supply. That's what they do. And that's what they did with you, and I'm sure that's what they're doing right now with other people. But you want nothing to do with these people. Side note, again, remember, breaking the trauma bond is one of the most, if not the most challenging thing to do. I did it. If I did it, you can do it. You need to understand this will take time. It will take patience. It will take resilience. It will take stoicism. It will take slowing your life down. It will take education on the narcissistic abusive cycle, and it will take you really digging in deep to yourself. All these things I'm mentioning to you culminate in what the narcissist looks for in people. They look for people as opportunities. They look at people as how these people do not know their own value and what they can take away from these people. The narcissist is a shallow, hollow, empty person. And that's why they disappear like a cockroach in the middle of the night when you turn the light switch on, as soon as you figure them out, as soon as you do not believe in the mask, as soon as you put a boundary up, as soon as you stand your ground. That's usually when these relationships end, because they were playing the long game with you. You were sleeping with the enemy. You were with a person who never loved you, never cared about you. And that mask on the narcissist's face, it was getting looser and looser each and every day. And they knew it. And they were just waiting to crash that mask on the ground with the thought of crash and bang and end that relationship, because they had the new supply lined up and they'd already taken everything from you, and they wanted to play a new role in their life. They wanted to wear a new mask. Understand the message. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the chilly Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. Remember that you are not alone. God bless you all. I love you, and it is cold. I am going. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. All right, bye, guys.